Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Daniela, and today I'll be bringing the first update to the Leave the Hive in 25 Project Pan. It's a fun rhyme. This was created by Deb B, and it's a year-long project in which you work on 25 items that you really want out by the end of the year. And the goal, is finishing it before then, but if you don't finish it, then there are items that you'd be fine with decluttering, like they're getting old or that sort of thing. It's not strict, and there's some items that, if they're around and I'm okay with them, like I'll probably still work on really finishing them, but yeah. And then the other part to this project is that you're also decluttering items around the home. So every update, there'll be 25 more items gone from the house. So yeah, that's pretty much how it is. It's pretty straightforward. And I'll just go over what I got rid of in the last month first. So in January, I got rid of 2 hiking boots. They were old or weren't fitting me well. 2 ski boots, same thing. A sweater, a lipstick, a set of dog boots, 1 NARS empty compact that I've been keeping for a while. It was really nice, to put one single eyeshadow in, but it was getting that weird sticky thing that happens to items that have that like soft plasticky feel to them. It's like at one point the polymers just start like coming apart, so that's why it gets sticky. Then a set of Christmas lights, they were old and not working, 2 eyeshadows, a pair of socks, just started getting holes and stuff that like not really worth saving, 3 puzzles, kind of got into puzzles a bit this year, and there was like this puzzle competition, which was a lot of fun. But they also had a thing where you can bring puzzles you've done and you can grab new ones. So it's pretty nice. So I did pick up some new ones from there, but anyways, I gotta work on those ones. Then an old bag of dog food that my dog didn't really like at all. 2 pieces of clothing. 1 salad dressing that was in the fridge that needed to be tossed because it was old. And then a stack of newspapers. These guys were like, you kind of keep it for, using for projects or for, like for packing stuff or that sort of thing, but the pile was too big, so got rid of some of those. So let's get into what I was working on. I did have some rollouts, so that's exciting. Now this first rollout is not like makeup or skincare or anything, but it's something in my home that I wanted to use before I went bad. So I had this hot chocolate, and it's like in bar form, and you melt it on the stove. I got this in Peru this last year, so I want to make sure I got through it, in winter when it's really nice. And these type of hot chocolates always like really hit the spot, because you make it with milk and they're really rich. So yeah. Then for that, I have the Tatcha cleansing oil. I don't really have many skincare items in here because most of those I'm normally fine with keeping a while. But this guy I'd had for quite a few years. I was started up here. This is for removing makeup. I didn't go far down enough. Like pretty much if I started at the top of the line, now I'm like at the bottom of the line. So not enough to make a new line, but I did use like 3.7 grams, so that's good with me. I think if I were to consistently be using it like at the same amount this whole year, then I should be able to finish it. My other skincare item is this Tula vitamin C brightening drops. I started up here, and after 5 uses I'm down to here. You only really need like a little amount each time, so it goes down slowly, but yeah, I don't know yet if it's really doing anything, but yeah, I just have to make sure I'm using it consistently, and then maybe I'll see a difference. But yeah, vitamin C needs to be used up because that I know goes bad. Then my other item rolling out is a lip oil from Clarins. I categorize these as like skincare because really it's more just for moisturizing. So it was up here when I pulled it in. It was almost new, and it took 18 uses to finish. Used up like a gram, so yeah, completely finished. I even took out the stopper, made sure I used like every last drop, and yeah, happy with that. Also, I'm skipping over some items because I didn't work on them, so no point in talking about them. Then I have the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. This one I've had now for 2 years. It's still good, it works well, but yeah, it does need to be finished. So I'll have the comparison picture, but I pretty much had like a bunch over here. Not sure if the picture was like this, but anyways, all of this is gone. So I used it 13 times and like 2 grams, so yeah, a good amount. My next goal will be to clear out all of this so it's nice and clean against the edge, and then start working on these 2 sides, like one of the sides. Yeah. Then after that, then we have this concealer from Essence. I started pretty much full. I can't really make a line, but I used it 4 times. Like 0.1 grams or something, like not a lot. Like today I used it under my eyes. Sometimes if I want to color correct, the color corrector I have, like the green one I have, it's a pretty strong green. So a lot of times, like if I want to neutralize something, I mix this with the green so it's not too strong. Then I've got this lip gloss. It's getting close to the end, but there's still some left. I haven't used it too much, only 3 times. Yeah, not too much to talk about. It's from Bite. It's their raspberry swirl. Very nice pink. Then we have another Bite lip product. Pretty much I need to finish my Bite lip products this year because yeah, they're getting old. Bite's no longer around. So this guy is a mini of their matte lip crayons. This is in glacé, like it's one of their popular colors. Very nice mauve. Really like this type of color for winter. And yeah, so I started up there, went down to here, so This also, like, I think I can finish it within 1 or 2 months. And I want to make sure I finish it soon before I start getting more color, and then it doesn't look as good on me, I think. Then I have a eyeshadow stick. This is from Laura Mercier. It's the shade Strapless. It's brown. It's sort of been mushed up now. I usually just use my finger. Let's see. So I've only used this twice, so I didn't do a new mark. It's pretty much at the same point. And yeah, since I use my finger, like, it kind of mushes a bit, but it's a really good base. Like, it's really tacky. So then another eyeshadow I'm working on is from ColourPop. It's their Super Shock Shadow. This was from a Disney collection. It's How Far I'll Go. It's a very nice plain neutrally color, great all over the eyes. It actually even works really well as a highlight. I've used this twice, so not much, but I do really like the color. And when you blend it out, like, there you can see the base, but if you blend it out really well, it looks like a really nice highlight. So yeah, I use it on days too, where, like, if I'm using it on my eyes, I might just use it on my cheeks too, or it's good to bring traveling. It's multitasking. This eyeshadow from Urban Decay. It's from the Naked palette, and it's called Virgin. It's repressed into here, what's left of that eyeshadow. I use it 19 times, so quite a lot. Almost every time I do eyeshadow, pretty much, either just in the brow bone, or I use it in combination with a lid setting shade. So this is very thin in the middle. As you can see, like, I might have started with, like, pretty much microscopic pan, like, literally, like, you cannot see it on the screen. So now it's expanded. It's very thin all around. But yeah, so I'll keep expanding that pan. Then I have a highlight. This is from Merit. It's in the shade Bounce. It's a pinky leaning, neutrally, like, very everyday sort of highlight. It's not too out there, but it's not too sticky either. It's easy to wear. I use it 6 times, like, only 0.11 grams. Let's see. Okay, so the plastic comes out a little bit, so I make sure it's in line. Like, when I put this in, it was almost brand new, so the dome, it was, like, more domed at the top. Now it's starting to flatten. I made a mark here, but I don't think it's really any different. So I didn't do any other marks. Then I've got a cream blush. This is from Westman Atelier. It's 2 little samples that I put together into this pan. This is in the shade Petal. I use it 4 times and only 0.07 grams. It's pretty much migrated to, like, the outsides. Sometimes I use my finger, sometimes I use a stippling brush. It's a very nice color. Another cream blush I've been really liking is from Natasha Denona. So this is in the Glam Face palette, and it's this cream blush up here. Like, it's a bit try not to blend. It's a very beautiful neutral color, easy to apply. Sometimes I use my finger, or lately I've been using a very dense brush. You can see I've got this dip happening here. I'm not sure how deep these pans are though, so I don't think I'm close to pan, but anyways, because it's cream, it's almost 2 years old now, so I want to make sure I use this the most I can because it's a very nice neutral color for me. Doesn't look too out there. So yeah, use that 6 times. So I'm happy with those uses. So this is an eyeshadow from a Milani little palette, but I really like it as a highlight. I've had this for quite a while, so it definitely needs to be finished. It's this kind of pink leaning highlight. I used it 8 times. It's only gone down 0.06 grams, but I've expanded the pan, so I'm happy with that. It's getting really thin in the middle. Goes up towards the sides. I can still pick it up with the brush, but maybe in another month I'll have to repress it. Another highlight is Becca Rose Quartz. This is a lovely color. It's a pink, but it's not too out there. It's actually on the subtle, not subtle, but like it's not blinding. So I already had a pan, but it's expanded. I've only used it 3 times, but yeah, it's thinner near the pan, so it's expanded. It's also very fragile. Like, it's got cracks. It's lifted before from, you can probably see them. It's lifted before from the pan, so I've like pushed it down. But any joustle, like, it'll just move again. So now the last item is a palette. So this is a face palette from Hourglass. It's their ambient lighting edit mini. This was given to me by my partner like 4 years ago. So I have this plastic I kind of fashioned that makes it easier for me to focus on one powder, like especially if the brush is large. I don't have to worry about picking up other powders like I don't want at that point. So I've been especially focusing on Soft Light. It's my oldest finishing powder, and it is very nice to pull the look together. Maybe you'll be able to tell. I've been able to like wear down a little bit. You can sort of see the pan a tiny bit there. It's getting much flatter, like compared to, let's say, the bronzer or the highlight that don't have as much use. Yeah, it's getting flatter. So I'm happy with that. So I used this guy 16 times. Then the bronzer I haven't used because I have some bronzers I'm focusing on in my 50 Shades of Brown, and then I'll probably start working on this in probably like April, like May. It's gonna be especially good for beginning of summer. Yeah, and then the blush I've used 6 times. I don't think you can really see much wear, like it's still pretty domed. You can see a little bit of the holes, but yeah. And then the highlight I only used twice. It is a nice subtle, like it's not blinding, it's not super subtle, but it's a nice highlight too. A bit dusty, so it definitely needs like a base to make sure it holds on to. I also use it as a kind of to help blend out like these 2 other ones, if I want them to be less bright, or you know, kind of give some shimmer to the blush, that sort of thing. So it's been nice in that regard. Like, these 3 powders are what I'm focused on the most. If I have this guy at the end of the year, I'll see what happens, if I keep it or not. Like, I have a lot of highlights, but yeah. Anyways, that is the end of the update. It's a bit long because there's quite a few items, but we've cut it down now, so 2 down, 23 more to go. But yeah, I have enjoyed like decluttering stuff from my house. Like definitely like lately I was feeling like, oh, there's kind of a lot of junk, or kind of just a lot of things like I don't really want to keep around. And so it's been nice kind of thinking about what I want to get rid of next that I'm not really needing. And they can be like really tiny items too, like, you know, I did put a pair of socks, but you could say like, you know, 2 pieces, right? So anyways, thanks for watching. I'll have links down below for the creator, and for my Instagram I'll have some more closer pictures. And yeah, thanks for watching.